Hey guys, welcome back to Baddie and a Book. My name is Gabby and today we have a book haul. This is going to be a special book haul. It's going to be a book haul for all the Black authors that I'm most anticipated to read over the next like 6 months or so because I got quite a few. I got all of these books from thrift books, so yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. First and foremost, before we get into the haul itself, I wanted to just quickly talk about thrift books because my experience with them was okay. I placed my order, got the books in the mail, and one of the things that I realized from thrift books was the fact that the books, at least when you order them, I ordered about 20 books. So on each individual book, it will tell you the state that the books are shipping in from, which explains why, if you have seen books here on BookTube, a lot of booktubers will say that they received packages from the order like 4 books, and they'll receive different packages or them in separated packages. And that is because I guess they must have different warehouses. There was Georgia, Maryland, and Texas were the 3 states. And I still think that, I think it was Georgia that was separated. So they might have 2 warehouses, I'm assuming, in Georgia, 1 in Texas, and 1 in Maryland. Now, with that being said, I didn't necessarily mind that. That's perfectly fine. We're getting thrifted books. They have books all over the place. Good for them. They have multiple warehouses. It allows them to store more books. But my thing is that if we're ordering more than 2 or 3 books, the fact that they still send them in those paper poly mailers or those like thin poly mailers rather than sending them in a box or sending them in like bubble wrapped tissue paper or something along the lines to protect the books more, I would prefer for them to do that rather than just sending them in those poly mailers. I get it, they want to brand themselves and the poly mailers are in their branding. However, I would prefer a box because things get messed up in the mail, and I had one package that had about 10 books in it. It was ripped. Some of the books came damaged. I will say that I can't tell if the books were damaged during shipping or if they were in the condition when they left the warehouses. So it's kind of annoying. And I know it's not a bargain book buying or a used book buying thing because I purchase from Second Sale all the time, and when I order a lot of books from them, they send them in a box. They don't send them in poly mailers or like the little packages or whatever like that. They'll send them in a box. The only time that I've ever really gotten from Second Sale, and their prices are very competitive to thrift books, so the only time that I've ever received them in a mailing like that is like if I order only 1 or 2 books and they're able to just fit them in the same package and send them off. So that is my little tangent on that. Let's get right into the book haul. The other thing I wanted to quickly mention was that all of the books that I picked up were either in like new or very good condition. I made sure of the books that I picked up and selected to go in my cart were either in one of those 2 categories. And there were a few that did not meet the description that was listed on the thrift books description, where they describe what would categorize a book as like new, very good, good, so on and so forth. So one of the books that did not meet that expectation was the second book in the God Don't Like Ugly series. This is God Still Don't Like Ugly by Mary Monroe. This one, of course, comes without a dust jacket, and this one was in the very good category, and there was no mention of it not having a dust jacket on it. So there was that one. This is the second book that came in not the best condition. This is Love and Happiness by Ben Burgess Jr. First of all, it's a library binding, and it was in a very good category. I don't remember it mentioning library. However, the one thing that made me not want to like reach out to them on the condition of the book was the fact that it has like this, looks like almost like mold. I'm hoping it's not mold, but that's what it looks like is on the book. So I'm going to end up giving this one away and donating this one because I don't want anything with an unknown substance on the book. And there were also a few other ones on here as well, but those ones were the 2 major ones that came with a condition that wasn't meeting the very good or like new category. With that being said, I did go ahead and reach out to Thrift Books, and they did kindly give me my refund on the books that I advised them of the condition not being what matched the very good or like new categories. They did go ahead and refund me the money. I was hoping that they were going to be able to resend me new copies that were in that category. However, they didn't have any left over. So I did end up getting my refund, which is a good thing, and I'm happy that they did that. But yeah. But anyways, so the first author that I ended up picking up, Miss Diane McKinney Whetstone. I got 4 books by her. The first one that I picked up is Blues Dancing. This one came in brand new, like new condition. I was very happy and satisfied of the condition of this book. The next one is called Tumbling. This one is another really, really popular book by her. Both of these two are romances. And then we have Tempest Rising by Miss Diane McKinney Whetstone. This one is one of her most talked about books, at least from the books I was able to find. The last book that I picked up is Lazaretto. I love this cover. This one is a little dusty, but I could easily get that off. I'm sure it was sitting for a while. A lot of these books were written in the 80s and 90s, sometimes even before that. The one thing I really enjoy about these books is that the author, she lives in Philadelphia, and all of these books at least, and I think most of her books, take place in Philadelphia. So I'm really excited to pick these ones up. Another bone that I have to pick with Thrift Books, although I can go and take off the stickers, I hate that they put the barcodes on the spines. I wish that they would put them on the backs of the books. The next author that I picked up books from is Benilde Little. First of all, these covers are giving 90s, and I absolutely love these two. These were the only two that looked very similar, so I went ahead and picked these two up. They're still in really, really good condition, which I truly appreciate. I would categorize these two as very good. Both of these two books were written in the 90s. I love the covers. These two are romances. This one is a new romance, and this one is a married couple. So I'm really excited. Both of these two are under 200 pages, or roughly around 200 pages. So these will be very quick reads, but those are those two. The next author that I picked up is Mr. Omar Tyree. Now, apparently these are staples for 90s Black literature, and I just had to pick these two up. I got Fly Girl, which is one of the #1 or one of the most popular ones, the classic staple. And then I also picked up Leslie. Both of these two I'm extremely intrigued about. I'm extremely excited to read. This one was categorized as very good, which arguably it is, but what I'll probably end up doing is, if I really like this book, I will probably end up repurchasing it brand new so I can have one that will last me a lot longer, because this book is not in the best of conditions. Like, I would prefer a better condition book if I actually absolutely love this one. So I'll read it for the time being, and then if I want to, I'll just go ahead and replace it. This one, on the other hand, I actually really enjoy the condition of this book. Look at that, period. There ain't nothing 90s like this picture right here. But I'm really, really excited about these two. Both of the covers of these are absolutely amazing, and I'm really excited to pick these two up. The next book to go along with my Terry McMillan collection, because I love me some Terry McMillan, is Disappearing Acts. I got the paperback version of this one. This one was another one that was listed as very good, but I would consider this one to be a good condition one. I wouldn't consider this to be in very good condition. It is still like in good condition and everything, but I just wouldn't consider this one to be in very good condition. However, I will still go ahead and hang on to this one. I will still read it, and then if I end up enjoying this one, I'll just replace it at a later time with a brand new copy or brand new edition of this one. I'm hoping, when I was looking on Thrift Books, there were other covers of this one. I love this one. I love like the cover here, but the black I'm not really loving. But if I can find like a special edition or a newer edition with a different cover on it, I will definitely pick that one up. The next author that I picked up is Valerie Wilson Wesley. I have Playing My Mother's Blues, Ain't Nobody's Business If I Do, and Always True to You. Now this one follows two girls, one by the name of Danny and the other by the name of Rose. They are sisters. When they were children, Danny was 7 and Rose was 17. Their mother walked out on them and walked out on her family, walked out on her children for another love affair that she had. So we're following them, I believe, as adults. And Danny has now married and now has children, and she seems to be missing, I'm assuming, the loving, nurturing side of her, which it can be expected for someone who had that experience with their mother as a child. And so it kind of follows them on their journey. It does have dual POV, so we do get a little bit of Danny, we get a little bit of Rose from what I was able to skim through the book. There's also a portion of Danny that kind of really is curious to know who her mother was, why she left, and you know, all of that, all those missing pieces that she encounters on a regular basis as an adult. One is a really short book, so quick read and another classic. So then there is Always True to You in My Fashion by Valerie Wilson Wesley. It is a story of 3 women who are involved with the same man. I love the cover of this book, super cute, and I love the yellow. I love the condition that it came in, still relatively good condition. There's some marks and stuff up on it, but still in relatively really good condition, and I'm excited to read this one. Ooh, so the next one is called Ain't Nobody's Business If I Do. Now, first and foremost, the cover of this is absolutely beautiful. I wasn't too impressed again with the condition of the dust jacket. As you can see, it's bent up a little bit. This would be a book that I would consider to be in the good or acceptable category, but somehow it made it in the very good category. The pages themselves are really in really good condition. There's no damages to the pages. But a book that is considered to be in very good condition, I would hope that the dust jacket would also be in very good condition as well. So this will be another one that if I end up liking this book, which I have a feeling that I will, I'll end up just going ahead and picking up a brand new copy of this book. But this one follows, it's giving best friend's wife trope, from what I'm seeing from just glimpsing at the synopsis. So I'm really excited to pick that one up as well. The next books that I picked up are part of a series that I ended up only just picking up the first 2 because I really want to eventually pick up all of them, maybe buy them brand new, just depending on if I do like these 2. And I didn't want to mix up hardback and paperback. They only had certain ones on thriftbooks.com. And also, I'm glad that I didn't end up picking up the rest of the series just basing on the condition of these 2 books. I'm just probably going to end up picking up the brand new ones. But this is the God Don't Like Ugly series. I believe there are a total of 7 or 8 books in this series. So we have the first one, which is God Don't Like Ugly by Mary Monroe. This cover is absolutely beautiful. So the next book that I picked up is called Scenes from a Sister by Lolita Files. Now this one is a story about friendship, and can we just talk about this cover? If this ain't given 90s, I don't know what is. Like, look at this cover. I absolutely love this. This one came in pretty good condition. I'm really pleased about that. We got Miss Queen on the back and then the blurbs on the back as well, which I'm really happy about. But this one wasn't one that I've heard of. I just saw the cover and I saw the condition that it would be in. And I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and put this in my cart. So that's that one. The next books that I picked up are from, it looks like a friend, like a dual author situation, kind of like Taryn Fisher and Colleen Hoover, where they group up and they have books that they've written together. So this is Virginia DeBerry and Donna Grant. They wrote Better Than I Know Myself and Trying to Sleep in the Bed You Made. So the one thing that I really love about this author, these 2 authors that make them different, is that their stories are following friendships. So this one is 2 friendships, they're best friends, and then this is a group of 3 girls. So I'm really excited to read these books. I usually don't pick up books about friendships, but I figured I would go ahead and pick these up and give them a try. All of the books that were mentioned by Lex Reads, they all mentioned having really good drama, being really intriguing, being really exciting to read. So I thought I would go ahead and give these 2 a try. Plus the covers are just giving, like, yes, come on. So the last author that I ended up picking up was Miss Mary B. Morrison. This is Soulmates Dissipates, and Never Again Once More. This is the first book, and then this is the sequel. So this one follows Miss Jada and Wellington on their love journey, and then this is the sequel to it. I did not read the back of this book or the synopsis of this book because I don't want to be spoiled nor confused, because I was already getting confused, but I'm really excited to read these two as well. I've heard really good things about Mary B. Morrison. This one was another book that came with like dirt on the cover. Looks like maybe there was a sticker on here at some point and then they tried taking it off. So I don't know, but one's in paperback, one's in hardback. The one that's in hardback, this one is in really good condition, so I'll probably just end up replacing this one at some point. But yes, those are all of the books that I picked up in my most anticipated Black literature books for the next couple, maybe 3 months, 4 months. One of my goals with getting back into BookTube was finding other Black literature authors that aren't really mentioned, because the only places that I can really find these books mentioned are Lex Reads. She mentions these authors all the time, and maybe a few other booktubers here and there, but I only really hear about like modern books. These are like the classics of Black literature, so I'm excited to be able to read those and then also read some more modern, which they are mentioned here and there but not nearly as often as some of the other books as well. So I'm really excited to pick those up. Maybe I'll do a vlog reading them, or you'll be seeing them in my wrap-ups going forward. But yeah, those are all of the books that I picked up in my most anticipated Black literature books that I'm really excited to read here in the future. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If there's a book that you want me to do a review of, please let me know down below and I will definitely do that. But yeah, thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.